everybody.
Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.
Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. It is time for ladies and lyrics. It is us, Devanya Ty is back and
Yay.
Diane. Welcome back, Ty. We're so happy to have you. If y'all are on here and you are on time, go ahead and tell us hello, hi, hey, ladies, what's up? Happy Wednesday. However you want to greet us, go ahead and greet us. And in the meantime, Ty, we're so happy you're back. Where
Thank
have you been?
you.
What have you been up to? Tell us all about your time away last week.
Woo. Okay, so I had the wonderful opportunity to be a part of the organization and planning of the Tomorrow Live virtual conference, virtual experience. And we had keynote speakers, Kris Jenner, yes, the Kardashians' mother, momager, and Sarah Jakes Roberts. So they were our keynote speakers, along with another host of fabulous speakers in the business world. So this was a Women of Faith in Business conference that I had the grand opportunity to be a part of.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's what's up. That's what.
Hey,
We missed
Lynette.
you. Hey, Lynette.
Hey, that
We
is so
missed you.
amazing.
Yes, it is. We missed you so much. We did.
I
We
miss you all too. I was here in spirit, even though I was working behind the scenes, but I was like, well, I wonder what my girls are doing. I hope that they are having a great show. I was trying to peek in, but it was just impossible for me to peek in and try to chime in. I really was trying to, but it was just like, nah. Yeah, it was just so much going on that day. It was a 2-day conference. I worked really hard.
okay.
It was a phenomenal experience to be a
Good.
part of something so big. Yeah.
Good.
Well, congratulations to you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
You out there representing. We're so proud of you. And
Yes.
we missed you, but I think we
Yeah.
still had a good show. We still had fun as usual.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there go Leo.
That's the
Hey,
other
Leo.
Leo. Y'all know Leo might just start up anytime, so just be prepared. Okay.
Okay.
You met Leo. I don't know. He's trying to tell me something. All right.
Okay.
Good. All
He's
right.
doing good
So
right
let's
now.
go ahead and let's jump into some chick chat.
Well, Tara, let me ask you, was it virtual or was it live?
It was completely virtual. It was a 2-day virtual conference. It was like from 9 a.m. to like 4 p.m. in a day.
Okay.
We had a live streaming session where the people would come in and view our live speakers live. And then we had what we call learning labs where, so basically it was just like a business conference for women of faith.
Okay.
And you know how usually you just either have a faith conference or you have a business conference. But
Yeah.
there are women of faith out here who are in business
A
and
lot.
just really trying to merge the two to where we don't have to leave God out of our business. God, we can partner with God. God
Yeah.
can be the CEO of our companies or whatever
Absolutely.
position we give him, but we should give him the CEO position. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we give him the
Absolutely.
position in our business so that we can help get divine strategy for our businesses because entrepreneurship is really on the rise, especially
Yeah.
among Black women.
Yes, it
The
is.
Black community,
Absolutely.
because we don't want to leave out our men, but
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship is really on a rise. And if you're a woman of faith and you really want to partner with God, you need something to help you merge the two because let's be honest. Church is a business, but they don't teach us how to have our own businesses.
Absolutely.
So we
100%
got to
right.
figure out how to merge the two.
Absolutely.
And now it's coming up in the forefront now that it's okay to be a person of faith and you're an entrepreneur too.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
okay to do that.
That's
And we
what's
can
up.
be prosperous and make millions as long as we keep God first.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's up. And the reason why I was asking that question was because, the world is opening back up. Like here in North
Mhm.
Carolina, they 100% capacity. The schools are opening back up and they're not doing social distancing with the
Really?
children. Yes. The restaurants, the clubs. I used to be a club girl, but not no more. Anyway, I'm a club at home. But I'm just wondering, like, what do y'all think about that? people are getting vaccinated and those things are wonderful. But how do you feel like, because it seemed like they trying to put everything back being normal again. And this, I don't think we'll ever be 100% normal, but they are pushing for that. Like they had, I think it's Delta. They were wouldn't let anyone sit in the third seat. I mean, in the middle seat. I don't remember that. I don't. I have flew Delta during the quarantine, and somebody was sitting in the middle. But anyway, like, how do y'all feel about that? How do you feel like the world is opening back up? I kind of like it, but I want to be distanced. I don't know if that's like being paranoid. What y'all think?
I don't think it's being paranoid. Honestly, I think for me, because I just have an adaptable personality. So right now, this is what the world is. We were in a pandemic, coming out of a pandemic or whatever. So those who want to continue to protect themselves in terms of wearing a mask and practice as much social distance as you can on your own, then that's what you do. But at the end of the day, we live in a capitalistic society. They want to come back and making money by continuing to
Absolutely.
shut down the world. 'Cause they would rather, this is my personal opinion. So, but I feel like they would rather us just get on back out there and then they'll make their money back through vaccines and healthcare and bills
Yes,
like that, like
100%.
whatever.
I
But
agree.
they
Yeah,
know if the businesses aren't making money, then they're not taxing things and stuff like that, and the world got to go on. So you just, me, I'm a church girl, so I'm gonna cover myself in the blood of Jesus and protect myself and be not foolish because I'm not dumb. So I know I need to wear my mask. I know I need to wash my hands. I know I need to not be in big crowds until, it's really, until we feel safe, and just use wisdom. It's really nothing we could do about it. That's my
right,
opinion.
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I need to get outside a little more. So I was just just wondering every time you turn around. It's like, and then they are putting it where, you know, and I think it's Texas.
Hmm.
Masks are not required anymore. Social distance isn't quite required anymore. So yeah, I'm just wondering, like,
And
hmm?
you cuckoo. You saw what happened in Miami, though, right? You saw everybody
Hmm.
went down there in Miami. They had to shut it down. Yeah, it was a big old part. That was last week or 2 weeks ago. Yes, they had to shut it down because so many people. They're like, "What? Texas not requiring masks? Let's go!" I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people getting vaccinated. I just feel like it has not been enough time
Mhm.
for us to really be opening back up. Like, I know the country have to make money, but we have to also remember that we are important, because if we're not here, ain't no money to be made. So I was just, I
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
curious,
I
But
think
just
John made a good point, though.
right. But just because they don't mandate that you have to wear a
Yeah,
mask doesn't mean that you don't wear a mask.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's like
Yeah,
people, we just got to make common sense decisions
yeah. Mhm.
when it comes to our
We
own
do.
health, because at the end of the day, we responsible for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I know me, I'm gonna be wearing a mask until I probably still wear my mask until late 2022. Honestly.
I don't know how long I'll wear mine, but I'll definitely still wear
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna still
if
wear
I
mine.
go to wherever I go, because I'm actually planning to go to a conference in Texas this summer, and trust and believe I will have my mask with me.
Yeah,
I will be wearing it, and I will continue to do those things that they tell us to do, washing our hands. And I have hand sanitizer pump in my car that I'm pumping it as soon as I get back in the car, because
yeah,
you're touching all these things. But
yeah.
it's a personal decision. We just have to be wise. And the biggest thing is you all need to be building up your immune system.
Mhm.
That's
Yes,
the biggest
yes.
thing.
We need to
All of
do
that is well and fine and dandy, but if you do get sick, you need to have your immune system needs to be built up. You need to be eating
yeah.
healthy, exercising, doing those things, taking your vitamins and things. But Diane, I think it's a good thing the world is opening up, because I love it dying out. Just be honest. I like to go out and eat, and
Mm.
I want to get out the house. I'm ready to get back
I'm
out
ready to get out too. I like to cook. I like to be in the kitchen, little
there. Yeah.
entertainment, but I think it's time for me to get out to be around other people. But more than anything, not even to be, I want to meet a mister. And I'm not going to meet Mister being in this house. So I know that I need to get, so I was even saying in my mind, how is that going to look for you? Like, how are you going to handle yourself when you out? Not really handle yourself. Am I going to sit inside the restaurant? I'm going to sit outside. Well, it's getting warm, so I know I'm going to be outside, you know, and I might not even eat. I'm just being honest with y'all. I might. I'm not going to say I'm not going to eat. I got to figure this out, but I need to get out because I know that's the only way that I'm going to meet people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make anybody being home. This online dating thing, it's not working for me.
Oh my God. Can we talk about online dating just
please? Yeah, let me tell you this tad bit. We could talk about it. So I had signed up for Match and all of that. So I took myself off. But anyway, I'm still getting emails and they was like, they got somebody of interest that's interested in you. I was like, oh man, just go see what they doing. So I said, maybe you might be. Girl, I started to put the phone down. I said, what the hell? That's just not for me. It's not.
Yeah, online dating is a bit tricky.
It is tricky. Not a bit, a lot. Because I tried it. I decided I was gonna try to, hey, it's hard to meet people out here, and you get an opportunity to meet somebody that you would never probably meet before other than that. So, I get a try. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Give us some stories.
Look now, it's too much. It's too much. Well, I'm just going to say that there are a lot of different type of people out there. First of all, I think platforms and anything else is as good as the people that's on it, right? Mm-hmm. And the biggest issue to me with online dating is people lie. They lie.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
First of all, starting with those profile pictures, okay? That's the biggest lie some of them be telling out there. Those profile pictures. I'm like, you don't look like that. Why are you playing?
Because they got that picture from that high school picture, that 20-year-old picture. You be like,
yes. So that's the first biggest lie you tell. And the men that I've talked to, they say that women do that as well. Like they said women come and say, they average body type or whatever, and they come, it's like, okay, girl, no. Right. I don't understand that lie when I'm going to meet you eventually in person. So
you have some people that live in the virtual world, so they okay with not meeting someone. They are really having true relationships and they never meet the person. Yes, you got people that they don't leave their home. They have this other that they're talking.
This is all news to me.
Yes, there is a real world. I mean, it's not real, but there is a virtual world that people with gaming. If you think about it, they're in that gaming world. There are people that's in virtual, they're dating. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Has anybody out there that's watching us, have you all tried any online dating? And are you with somebody that you met online? I just want to see if anybody else. Yes, no, you tried it. But
I heard success. People being very successful. People getting married, and I know a few people they have long-term relationships. I be like, but what you do?
I just like, what's the secret? Because I think people have found their mate on there. They've gotten married. So that's what prompted me to try it, because I don't ever want to say I'll never do something.
Right.
And I want to open myself up to opportunities.
I think the secret to it is being open-minded. That's what I really think the secret to it is. It's to being, I would share more, but I'm going to wait for another time.
Okay.
No, but I'm gonna talk about it. But I when the time is right. But okay. I think the secret to it is being open minded, because it's a different atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
go. I believe that I'm being open minded, just being back on there. Like I'm open. I'm online. I'm like, I don't know how much open. So please, you're gonna have to school me a little bit more on that one.
Yeah, I need a little bit too. We need a lesson.
Okay. We have somebody. Hey, Tiana. She says, hey, ladies.
Hey.
Josh says, glad to see you ladies back again. Thank you, Josh.
Welcome back.
Um, yeah, but on the last note for this in Chick Chat, I think it's about, okay, for instance, I'll be transparent to say that, I have tried the online dating thing, but I didn't really try it looking for somebody. I was
Yeah.
doing it with my friend, as a, just
Right.
being supportive of her because she really was going on there to look for someone. And I was
Right.
like, okay, I'll join it with you just to be supportive. And
Yeah.
so for me, when I went on there, it was just being open minded. It was like just
Okay.
having conversation, seeing what
Okay.
people are talking about.
Right.
Not so much like, yeah, I want to be with somebody, and yes, I'm coming on here to date too, but not so much to say, oh, we clicked, our profiles matching this and that. Because what I've learned about
Right.
dating for me is really listening to what a person say, and then what actions do they follow up with that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what dating is about. Like, if you don't allow yourself to get into this rose colored glasses relationship, and you
Mhm.
really actually pay attention to the actions of the person versus what they're saying,
Yeah.
no matter how you met that person, that's what to me, that's what makes it successful. So we
Right.
can talk about that another
Oh
time.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll get into that one a little bit
Yeah, we're
more. Now,
gonna get into that.
before we move on, if you guys are on here, can you do us a big favor and share us? Can you go ahead and share us with your people? We want to talk to your people. Share us, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So this, I know this is what y'all all been waiting for.
Yes.
It is time for us to get lyrical. Let's get into our song for tonight. Look, I love the 90s. You could ask my children. Let me start cleaning up around the house. I have my 90s playlist. All that is it. Now this song is from a man who had a hit in the 90s. I mean, it was popping. We loved this song. Played it over and over and over. And something I found out, there was some lyrics that I was singing wrong, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. Tonight's song is They Don't Know by John B. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this feeling. All right,
Hey.
yeah, that was a jam. That was
Yeah.
a jam. Let me tell you, when I started, first of all, I used to listen to it all the time, so I knew it. I didn't have to just inundate myself with it so much as I have in the past week. But just the chorus in itself, I'm gonna start there, then I'll let you all go in. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind because it's jealousy. They don't know about this here, is what it says. I thought it said they don't know what this is. That's what I'm
I
saying
thought
wrong.
they said this thing.
Lord, I was like, oh, he wasn't saying that all these years. But anywho, Ty, don't laugh at me. And nobody loved me and corrected me. So I'm mad about that.
I think I heard him say something different too. So it was
Okay.
news to me that it was this here and not
This
something
here.
else. Whatever I was thinking it was before.
Yeah. So I was thinking about how much input should we take from other people when it comes to our relationships?
That's a
When you
very good
said,
one.
don't listen to what people say, they don't know about you and me. How much input should we really take from other people? I'm gonna throw that out there to you all and our audience. In regards to our relationship, but I want to see what you all think, and then I'll chime in.
I don't. I guess it's like two parts. It all depends on. I believe you can't have everybody in your business, but sometimes you need people in your business. So sometimes your friends or your family could see some things that you can't. But like he says in the beginning of the song, he said, I'm not the same person I used to be. He's saying I changed. So the thing is, and he's asking her to build trust, but not only see, you don't mess up, bro. That's the bottom line. So not only is she upset with you, but her people are too, because when she's upset and she's going through, they're there supporting her. So like, and it's sad to say this, but like you building up trust in he wants her to trust him, but guess what? Her people got to be able to trust him too, to a certain extent, because they still seeing the old person. They're not getting to see the thing, like he says, they're not getting to see behind the scene things. So sometimes it's a little hard when you messed up. But I believe people do change. I believe that. So we can't just say so. In this situation, she got to ride maybe by herself a little bit. She got to take that ride. If you still want to deal with him, you love him, you want to be with him, and he's saying, "Look, you my angel, girl. I love you. I'm right now. I ain't doing all the things that I used to do. I'm here. Let's rock together. Don't listen to them. This is the only part I don't like is that they jealous. I don't kind of like that.
Why do you say that?
I say it because you messed up. And so because they're saying to you, they only going off of how you used to be. You know what I'm saying? So they might be like, girl, he ain't no good. But so why does that have to be jealousy? Why do they got to be jealous of their girlfriend? They only want to see, or their family member. They don't want to see the best for her. So I feel like he could kind of sort of a little bit, I don't want to say controlling, but he could kind of sort of be a little bit like, don't listen to them, because they jealous. You ain't really have to say that, bro. Listen to me, bro. I like the young kids, bro. I mean, that's just my take right now. I mean, I'm, getting ready to hear you and Ty's version of it. I might be okay. I could get that too, but that's just how I feel. I love the song, I do, and I could just even say some friends that's haters all the time. I probably be like, yeah, she jealous. So yeah,
So for me, okay, so first of all, I agree with what Tiana said about, so I come from the understanding is when you tell your friends or your family particular things that happen inside of your relationship, because they're outside of the relationship, they're going to judge that person based on what you've told them. So if this man is constantly cheating on you, but then you taking them back, it's like all they see is a cheater, but they don't see that, yeah, he cheated on me, but I love him. They don't see all of that. So every little thing you express and you tell other people about what's going on in your relationship, that's all they know about your relationship. But
right.
for me, when I was looking at the lyrics, I looked at it from a point of he was writing it, or I don't know if he wrote the song or if somebody else wrote the song, but either way, the writer of the song was taking it as, in my past, not in this particular relationship, but in my past, I've had a reputation of being a dog or wanting my cake and eat it too, or not being mature. Like some people aren't just mature in relationships, so they do stupid stuff, and then they gain a reputation. But then after they've decided that they want a real love and real relationship and real companionship and all that, then they change their ways. Unfortunately, you gotta fight past what people know about you from your past. But he's trying to tell this woman, like, this is a relationship that's gonna have to be built on trust, because he said it in the lyrics. He said, you should know by now that it's gonna take a lot of trust from you for us to make it through. He knows who he is. He knows the man that he's changed into being. And sometimes we don't give people that credit. When you're 20 years old, sometimes you grow up to be a better person in your 30s.
Absolutely.
Vice versa, whether it's a man or a female. And you trying to be a better person. For instance, let me just say it out there. If you was a woman and you used to be a whore, but now you like, I don't want to be a whore no more. I want a man that's going to love me. Now you got to fight past what people know about you. You got to fight past this man who may have friends that know your past, and they telling you, oh man, she used to be a runner back in the day. She used to be this, she used to be that. But if you not that person no more, it take that man to say, well, I don't know her as that person. I know her as this person. And that woman, I don't know him as that person. I know. So this song is about trust.
This song is about trust. First of all, you said, so he said, heard about my past. She didn't live this. She heard about my past, things I used to do, the games I used to play, the girls that didn't last. I know what's on your mind. You think I'm doing wrong. Can I just say you are the one? It said, can I just say what is real? You are the only one. So, like just like Ty said, it's all about trust, but it's not even about the relationship he's in right now. This is all about this man's past. And let me say this about trust. You gotta trust a person because who knows? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say this. You have to have a certain level of trust for a person in order to confide your past in them. To say, hey, I used to be this person. I used to do this. Because if I'm telling you this, I'm laying it all out there, I'm giving it all to you because I feel like I can trust you with this information. You're not going to use it against me.
Right.
And that's a whole nother level of trust.
Absolutely.
So this song is really about this man's past and
Right.
what this girl, other people saying, oh, he a dog. He did this. I know he did this to my girl. He did that. And he's saying, yeah, I get that. He owning it. He said, yeah, I did that. But guess what? You the one I want. I love you.
Well, and he also did say about you changed me. So and I do also believe that a person can come in your life and change from the way that you used to be. We got a lot of people, Todd, chiming in. What are the people saying?
So I wanted to see what Nicole said. She said if people can bring back a bone, there may be something to check out about your significant other. However, you know. After going through some things, I've learned to handle it inside your relationship. No one should be in it. Tell it to God. I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with that.
absolutely.
And Lovely said, "Hey, Diane." So I just wanted to
Hey,
make sure you said hi back to Miss Love,
Mhm.
and Josh said, "Talk that talk." So
some
yeah,
And let me say this about change. I don't believe one person can make another person change. I believe one person can influence a person to change. And that person then makes a decision
within themselves.
to change. So
Yes.
you can't make, I don't care what you do. I don't care how you try to beat somebody, beat them, argue, fight. They're not going to change until they make that decision to change. And this man in this song is telling he's telling her, I made this decision. Your love changed me. Your love influenced me to
yeah.
change. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
and then also like I said, we have to allow people to grow beyond their past. If we keep people in their past, if we keep them at
Absolutely.
the space that we knew of them or we know of them as, then we don't allow them to grow. Like they
Yeah.
trying to grow. And because I think too with men, it's like, yeah, we can say all day about what we think about men and how men are dogs or whatever. I don't say that because I don't think all
No,
men
I
are
don't.
dogs. I
I
have
agree.
met some
Right.
really good men in my
Mhm.
life, even if the relationship didn't work out. I've met some really, really good men. So I don't think
Yeah.
all men are dogs. It's just that people got to get beyond their own insecurities. Even
Yeah.
in my own relationship now, sometimes, yeah, I have to fight off certain insecurities. They don't have nothing to do with him, but I have learned to be emotionally mature and have enough emotional intelligence that I can recognize when something comes up. This is my own insecurity. It ain't got nothing to do with him. He's not showing me no signs of doing something that I don't think he should be doing. That's just me because something he may have did triggered me, but that don't mean he's doing something wrong. And we got to
Yeah.
learn the difference from what our baggage is versus what
Yeah.
is really actually going on in a relationship.
Reality.
Yes. I mean, that's true. It takes, like you said, the maturity, the just within some time when you have been in relationships that have been damaging, you have to sometimes take a step back and work on yourself so that you're not bringing those baggage with you, even though you're going to have some, but
Yeah.
you also have to be able to, like you were saying, Ty, to trust within yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to work on that because people do bring their yesterday into their today. And I know I don't want people to look at my yesterday and look at me like that. And I don't want to look, I want to give people a clean slate, you
Yeah.
know,
And
Yeah.
I wanted to bring in something else. Here's another lyric too. He said, "Girl, let's talk about what your friends told you. That I'm a selfish man and I want my cake and eat it too." So that brings up the fact of saying communication. We have to have communication. I'm gonna give you all a prime example of what happened. Something that happened to me with me in West Side. I'm not gonna go all into the details, but something happened and I had an attitude about it, right? But then I decided, Ty, just tell him what you really feeling. So it was forget going all around the world, forget having an attitude, but then not clearly expressing what's wrong with me. No, you didn't call me and it made me feel some kind of way because I just wanted to hear your voice. That was it. I can make a big old deal and blow things up and make things more than what it was, but really at that point, all it was about was I just wanted to hear your voice for 5 seconds, and I wasn't at the opportunity to do so. So when you start communicating with the person that you're in relationship, then and that person is listening to what you're saying, then now you can have a fresh relationship. So he's want to address it. He said, okay, I know you hear stuff about me. I know people was telling you stuff about me. Let's talk about it. So if a person is giving you the opportunity to come clean about whatever it is you hearing from them or hearing about them, listen. And
Absolutely.
then, okay, can I bring this up? I was
Bring
watching
it.
an episode of Girlfriends, and on Girlfriends, when she was dating the guy that was the sex addict, and he said something to her, and then John was like, no, 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 no. He said, see, that's the problem. You hearing what you want to hear instead of hearing what I actually said to you. And that is huge because that's what a lot of us go through in relationships. We hear what we want to hear, but not hear what's actually being said. We're not looking at what the person is doing for you and to you. You can have a good man right in front of your face, but because you are just looking for something else and not looking at what he's doing and how he's really treating you and how he is coming through for you, you messing up your whole relationship and vice versa. So this not just about to be about women not listening to men, vice versa. It's a two-way street. Men do
Absolutely.
men
Absolutely.
yeah. So
no, you on point. Go ahead, Devanya.
No, I was going to just agreeing with Ty because I think in this type of situation, though, a lot of times men get this type of backlash from women, right? Because we think, oh, you used to do this, used to be that. It's not, I don't see as much that being a conflict the other way around. But here's the thing, all of us have a past. If you are in any age by now, you've been in other relationships. You've done things. What if somebody took everything that you did and held it up to the microscope? Would you be up? Would you pass the test as well? There's some things that we've all done, right? That wasn't the best decision or whatever. But we can't bring the past to our present relationship.
You can't. But
go ahead, Diane.
It's once again, it's who you are within yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to trust. So you don't trust yourself because to me, sometimes, not all the time, you are looking at that person like, I would probably do this. If it was me, I would. You got to give that, or you bring in all those other relationships in and not being fair to that person and giving them a clean slate and give them a chance. Not to say they're going to mess up, but if they are, let them. Your jealousy and being upset, let it be on America of what they did, not from what somebody else did to you before. Like you said, we can't bring our past and somebody else's past because I know I don't want mine on the chopping block because we ain't got enough time to talk about my yesterday. But guess what?
Right.
We got to be.
It's not our spouses or partners' relationships to manage our triggers. That's our responsibility.
Absolutely. You got to work on yourself. That's important.
And that's really what it's all about, period. It's a personal, it's your own insecurities that you're projecting onto somebody else. Because how can my man come home every night, been working, bring home the bacon, make sure my car is good, make sure kids good, spend time with me, How is he doing all these things? But then these people in my ear saying this, and it can make me feel a certain way when he's proven through his actions that he here for me. He's not only telling me, he's proving it because it's different. Because I said it as well.
That's
it's different when we're talking about words and when we're talking about actions. What does his actions say? What do they say? What do his actions say?
Yes, absolutely.
You gotta trust that God gonna bring everything to light that you're supposed to know.
Yes.
You just gotta trust that.
Absolutely.
Until something is in my face that I need to know, until that happens, then God gonna show me, and then hey, we'll deal with it as it comes up. You know, we'll deal with the situation as it comes up. Like Karen said, communication is key in our relationship. Hearing and listening are two different things. So I'm a trust for God to show me what needs to be seen when if I'm not being done right, especially if I know I'm being right, I'm giving my all, I'm treating you with the respect that you're supposed to have as a man. I'm trying my best to be the best version of myself in this relationship. If you're not doing right by me, I believe that God will show me.
Yes. All you got to do is ask him. Just all I can say is be ready for the answer. And I just feel like time, and I also believe that you know when something's not right. You already know it. The signs are already there. So it's not some mystery thing that's gonna come up. You already know if they are cheating, if they are whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily if they're lying, whatever it is. You already know because the telltale signs are there. So you got to also be honest with yourself and say, what am I going to do if that is the situation? But if this man is showing you and he's proven to you, ride the ride. Wait till this to come.
Can I tell y'all something that I practiced? I made in the last relationships that I've been in. I've made this a practice in my relationship because sometimes you can just get afraid that you've really fallen for this person, you really love this person, you're really enjoying this person, and then you get moments of, oh, I hope it work out. Oh, I hope we don't break up. But sometimes when we don't know how to communicate our feelings, it comes out as, instead of saying how we feel, then we do it the other way around and be like, are you cheating on me? Are you doing this? When we just need to be honest. I love you so much, or not to sound obsessive, but like you kind of get a relationship with this person. So it's like, I really care so much about you. I just really hope this lasts. I hope this, so right now, today, I'm having a moment of fear because I just had a glimpse of, oh, what if something bad happened? I think we all have those moments. But we're too afraid to express that. One thing I've learned to do, because women do have ego too, I start off a conversation. My ego is getting in the way right now, but I'm gonna let you know how I feel. I've learned to use my words.
Right.
Period. In relationships. These are my words. This is how I feel. Now the men say I'm a little strange because they were like, I ain't never met nobody like you who just say it all. But at the end of the day, I use my words.
Right.
So do I.
Tiana
but it sounds like you kind of soften yours a little bit.
Tiana says some men don't pay attention to our body language or emotions sometimes. That's true. It's very true. And I think that's why we do have to be audible and expressing our feelings, because they don't know how to read us like we can read them. When my man energy is off, I'm telling him something is wrong. What's wrong with your energy? You off today, because I'm picking up on that. But I don't think naturally, because they're not nurturers like we are, that they don't know how to pick up. So we have to voice our feelings. And she said, we feel they should know what's wrong, but they don't. It's very important to communicate. Absolutely.
Yes, but that's not fair. It's not, to me, it's not always fair for you think that, I don't think a person should try to figure, and we're good for that. When I wave my head like this, that means no.
Yep.
He's looking at you like you should just say no. You waving your head. I'm like, what's that? Or when I do like this, that means coming here. I should be like, huh? But that's how women are. We expect that they're supposed to read our mind, and that is really truly not fair. We have to communicate better We do. We have to say what we and mean what you say. Don't be saying no, but you mean yes. Don't do that.
Mhm.
Let
Yeah.
no be
Yeah.
no and let yes be yes. But
Yeah.
we good for playing those mind games.
Sure.
So
Come
we
on.
have to really
Yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
come to the table correct. Come.
Yeah.
One thing about a man, he gonna let you know if it's black or if it's white. He don't have all that in between playing them games and not to discredit a man, but they sometimes are not as quick on their feet as we are. So they're not thinking about all of that. They're like, listen, no, I'm not going. We're not gonna say that maybe I'm gonna go.
That's because they don't operate in emotions like
Yeah,
we do.
absolutely.
We're emotional
We
creatures.
are
I mean,
very, very
we
much.
feel, and then we want. This is what we do. We want to relate to our man like he's our woman. We want to relate to our man like he's our girlfriend.
Right.
They
Yes.
don't get that like we do. We have to commute. Somebody just said that we have to communicate and stop being mad and walking around and he looking like, what is wrong with you? And you think you should know what you did. And the man has no clue what is
Yeah.
wrong. If you
Yes.
walk
Right.
around with an attitude, being mad because of something that he doesn't even know how to fix, because you will not communicate
Yes.
the relationship.
Yeah. So Karen says, yes, God will show you, yes, if the signs are there. Now, if you ignore it, that's on you. Absolutely, Karen. Not knowing or searching for love in wrong places. Love yourself first. Cannot love someone if you don't love yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nicole said, Ty, you are my mirror. Okay. I don't know if you're talking about me or Tiana, but okay, we received that. Whoever it was for.
Yeah.
Lavella says, don't be afraid of others' responses. Your well-being is important. And I agree with that. Like, you got to say what you need to get it off your chest. That's what I call, when I express myself, I call that getting that energy off of me. Because otherwise it's just going to sit in me and it's going to fester and it's going to boil over and then it's going to come out at the wrong time in the wrong way. So I'm going to address it when it needs to be addressed.
Absolutely.
Nicole says, yes, Diane, exactly. Men are black and white. Absolutely. And we just need to accept that.
We just need to accept it.
We do. We need to accept it.
Lavella said, correct. Men don't operate in emotions. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what they don't like to hear when you say, you pissed off for a week and then you come and say, we need to talk.
Oh, no. That is the wrong phrase to use with a man. When you say that, they're like, oh, damn. What did I do, man? What did I do?
Oh, yes. They do not want to hear.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. They be like,
4 words that a man do not
they
want
do not want to hear that. Oh my
Diane,
God.
that's it.
Yeah, because all they doing is they getting ready thinking about whatever basketball game coming on, football games, whatever they about to do, and then now you done ruined their whole mood.
Yes, because you coming with some heavy stuff. You coming
now you want to talk. No. Now you want to talk. Whenever you want to talk, that means I did something wrong. That's what they're associated with.
Wait, look, this is the thing. It ain't even about something they might have did right there. It's something that happened.
It's something that happened 2 weeks ago. And you like, we need to talk.
Nicole said, I can see my husband's face when I said we need to talk. Absolutely.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God.
It's so true.
Ooh, I done tickled my own self.
But that's true. And so I think, like Ty has been saying all night, is you have to communicate. Right. If we stop doing those, we need to talk moments and have it where it's just a regular, this is how we do. This is us. We communicate with each other openly and honestly. We trust each other, because if I trust you, it doesn't matter what other people say. And like he said, they don't even know what's going on inside our relationship. So why are you listening to? They don't know how I treat you. They don't know what I'm doing for you. And Diane, you said at the beginning that you don't believe that it's jealousy, but it could be. It could possibly
When
be.
that's right, that's why I said that when I hear you all taking and I start thinking about it, you're absolutely right. He's doing the thing, and now the friends are on the outside looking like, oh, she got a good man, so let me find something wrong with it. Let me break that up because I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for the bitter bee.
Mhm.
Sometimes misery loves company, and I'm not saying that's
Absolutely.
always the case. It's not
No.
always the case, but it could be. So what is that? The source. You have to look at the source.
Yeah.
Look at the source, and then and
Absolutely.
the heart of it, on the heart of what they're saying. Where's that coming from? What are they saying this to you because they want what's best for you, or are they saying this for you because they want to see some stuff go on, mess your stuff up, so that y'all can get back to being running around the streets together as two single women,
Okay.
whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the source and look at where is this coming? Is this a genuine concern? And if it is, look, I'm just the last thing I'm going to say is we have to learn how to put people in their place because
Yeah.
nobody can come to me. I don't know what aura that I could put out, but I could tell you this: nobody is going to come to me and trying to tell me about my relationship. Just this is not. You're not in it. This is me and him. This is us. This is us.
But yeah, but they're not going to come to tell you anything, first of all, because you're not going to go telling them anything. See, when you have people in your business, you opened the door.
You sure did.
You
You're
opened
right.
that door for them to come in. When you come and say, you know what, let me tell you what he did
Yeah,
yesterday.
you are absolutely
He
right.
left that cabinet open. And she,
Yeah,
instead of her saying, girl, that ain't even that serious,
yeah.
love
You're
all over him and let him know girl, he left the cabinet open. Girl,
yeah.
I wouldn't put up with that. He would have to go. Yep, just
Yeah.
for a cabinet. And then she go back and take that. Well, I don't want to be looking like a fool. You got to be able to be a grown woman. And I think a woman of my age, I learned a lot. And Mister, when you come, I'm ready for you. I'm gonna get
But you're right. When you open the window or the door or whatever to let people in, that's when
yes,
you provide them the
absolutely.
opportunity to know your business and be in your business.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
that was a good song.
That was a
yes,
good
it was.
That was a good
conversation.
one.
That was
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yes.
Thank
really
you,
good. But
God.
now it's time for what's going on. Hey, what's going on? So
What's
we
going on,
had
Ty?
what's going on is okay. So we had someone write into us to say that they are in basically the long story short is they're in a workplace and they are unhappy pretty much. They're at their job and they are there and it's just not a happy environment. They're not happy. They don't know what to do really. So their question is, how do they remain positive in a negative environment? So I want to lead off by saying, um, when you specifically to the issue of being somewhere where you don't want to be when it pertains to being in the workplace or being somewhere. So I feel like this you got one or two choices. You figure out how to be happy in that space,
Yep.
or you figure out your exit plan. Because at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes, this is not for everybody, but I feel like sometimes when you remain in a negative situation where you're not happy, that means you have gotten content and you are afraid to change your environment. You're afraid to move beyond where you're at because of your contentment, but then you're unhappy. So it's like it's you at the end of the day, the onus is on you to either adapt to the environment that you're in or change it. And that's just my simple answer to that question. You either gonna learn to figure out how to be positive in that environment and shut out all the negative noise, or you change your environment. One of the two.
Yeah. I've been in that situation before a few times. And there's times that I stayed, hey, Bonjour. There's times that I've stayed in the unhealthy environment and it wasn't good for me. I tried to be positive, I would be positive, but it became very stressful and very unhealthy. But I was on one job because as I got older, I said, you know what? Either they're going to let me go and I'm going to look for another job, or I'm going to just leave. But I felt like, oh, I got to take care of my kids. So I stayed and I dealt with that unhealthy environment. But I was on one job. I had to really pray because whenever I leave and I start crying, I'm going out of my
Mm-mm.
lunch break and I'm going in my car and I'm
Mm-mm.
screaming.
Mm-mm.
I had to press that God, either it's her or it's me. I got to go because I could not stay with this lady. She was every time you turned around, she had something to say. And then I had got to the point, I said, hell, you ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way you want to. You ain't gonna treat me any kind of way you want to. You could, if you're gonna let me go, you're gonna let me go. But I promise you, when you do let me go, you're gonna be like, she didn't take my crap. You're absolutely right. This lady came into the office. She was the manager, and she came in and she closed the door. She said, well, I just want to let you all know that I'm giving my 2 weeks notice. Because I was like, God, remove her or remove me. That was my prayer. I never prayed, God, remove her. I said, remove her or me. When she came in there, in my mind, I was shouting, I was like, thank you, God. Yes. Because I was like, I knew I had to leave. And they was telling me the horror stories. And I was like, y'all still here?
Yeah.
Everybody's story and situation is different. And I know for me, when I was younger, I did not realize that I thought that that job, I can't leave. But if they was letting me go or the job was moving or something, I always went and found something else. But I never looked at it like, if you ain't happy, sis, get up
Yeah.
Mhm.
and start looking for something else.
Yep.
Sorry.
When she left, the praises went up. They was up already, but I'm telling you, I was shouting all around. Oh my God. Whew. Yes, that's my take on that. I just feel like in a
Yeah.
situation, we always have to remember, like you said, Ty, we do have a choice.
Yeah.
And do not stay because I have to stay because they got good benefits. Guess what? Other companies got good benefits too. And if you allow God to, sometimes he try to close that door and we put our foot in it. We
Yeah.
put our foot in it and we never get a chance to go to the opportunity that he has for us. So we got to be able to just let go and just move on and say, thank you. I experienced it. I've been in that job 15 years, but guess what? If they was letting you go, because in a job, a company, business is not personal. I have
Yeah.
no feelings, and you better start having no feelings too. And
Okay.
deuces. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Absolutely. Yeah.
sacrifice.
Ty said it best. So you have a choice, right? You have what we do is we get comfortable in situations. And
Yes.
even if this job now you don't like the job, you don't like the people you work with, but you're comfortable. You're used to it. It's just like relationships.
Mhm.
They're not working anymore, but this is what I know. I know him. I know he gonna do this. I know I ain't happy. He getting on my nerve, but I'ma stay. I'ma stay because I know it. That's how you are with these jobs. You get
Yes.
comfortable and you're sitting in an environment that's not, you're not happy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if it doesn't make me happy, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't
Okay.
make sense for my life, for
Absolutely.
me. I'm not
Yes.
going to, I refuse to be
That's
miserable.
me
But if
today.
you need that job, because I want to be reasonable, if you need a job, then you work that job, but you don't sit there and work it and not look for something else. You
Bingo.
look for something else. You
Absolutely.
stay there until you find the next opportunity because it's there. You just have to go out and get out of your comfort zone where you're comfortable and go find somewhere where you're going to be happy. Or if you're going to stay there, you have to make a decision. This is work. I don't have to like nobody. I'm gonna do my 8 hours or however long you work, and I'm going home. I'm good. You just have to be able to have that inside of yourself where you could be in a place where you're okay. I've one time where I worked in an environment where someone who was a different person than me, different personality, was very domineering in a different way. We handled things differently, but I was okay because I was okay with who I was and what I was going to do for the job. So you guys gotta, if you're in a situation and a job opportunity, like Elijah said, when a job start working for me, I start working for them, then that's what we have. That's the kind of mentality. Do not become prisoner to a job. That's
Yes. Absolutely.
and go
Absolutely.
someplace every just imagine how much time we spend at our workplace and we go there every single day and we're unhappy. Man,
Mm.
that's a
Yeah.
lot of time
Giving
to
us
be
In the last few moments of the show, I want to get some of the comments because we got some really deep ones here coming up. So Elijah said, anything that costs you your happiness ain't worth it, but you have to carry your own happiness around with you for times like that to motivate yourself. That's a great point. I agree with that. Karen said, let go and let God. Absolutely. And then Nicole says, some people's lives won't allow them to jump from job to job. Most of us call for some type of stability. Ask God, He will provide and move you or the issue. Absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes we all we don't want to live in a fairy tale. All of us do not get the opportunity to go from place to place. And sometimes that job search is a very long one. Yeah. So then at that point, you have to learn how to adapt to your environment because it's not worth being unhappy over. And then Crystal says, she just chimed in, but she said, I have a different perspective. Sometimes when being in an uncomfortable position in a job, maybe it's an opportunity for growth. I agree with that.
Yeah.
God will make you very uncomfortable to take you to another level mentally. I think the key is knowing the season and knowing the grace of timing. I think happiness is a choice. It's a perspective, not a circumstance. Oh, I love that comment. Yes. And so, and you all, we love when you comment because you're like our fourth co-host here on Lyrics. So when you comment and really give your perspective, that just really makes the show even more richer. So I really love Crystal's perspective on it because sometimes it is about growing you and making you and things like that. And something you have to be available to listen to what God is trying to show you in that season of your life. Because sometimes it's not for you to move. Sometimes He wants you to stay in there. That's born in your flesh to make you, to give you wisdom.
And sometimes it's also how it's uncomfortable or what's making you unhappy, because sometimes you can be on a job and it's an abusive environment. Sometimes it is. So you got to be able to make that choice too. It all depends on the circumstance. Sometimes, like you say, somebody said it's a learning opportunity. Absolutely. But if you're being harassed constantly and consistently, you got to really be able to say, listen, because sometimes it's not the work, it's the people. But if somebody is continuously poking at you, so it all depends on the situation. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's no one answer to it.
Right.
It's personal though. And if you're seeking God, if you believe in God and you're seeking God for guidance, then I think you'll get the answer.
Absolutely.
Who are you going to where are you getting the answer? And sometimes you are meant to be uncomfortable. I've been in that situation and I was uncomfortable, but that in question, I've learned more than I ever had in my life in that whole situation. So, and I left, not when I thought I wanted to, but I endured. And when I did leave, I left with so much more knowledge because of it. But there's no one answer. We say, seek God.
Yes.
And then if you're in an abusive situation, though, that might be something you really won't think about getting out of.
One last comment before we go away. Elijah says, anything that's for me, I'll have. Nobody or nothing can stand between that. So it's faith too. Sometimes you have to say, I'm leaving and I'll find better and jump out on faith, especially if you aren't happy. Yes. So it's all an individual walk, as my pastor says. It's an individual walk. You got to see your circumstance and make decisions based on wisdom.
Absolutely.
Based on wisdom. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. I think this is a really great show. We appreciate all of your comments. Can you do us a favor? If you haven't done so already, can you share us?
Yes.
Share us. If you don't follow us, like us on Facebook, like our page, so you get all of our updates. And guess what? We're going to be back here next week. Next Wednesday at 7 p.m. We hope you all will join us. We loved our song today.
Yes.
We can see what song we will choose.
Yes.
Oh, and we're celebrating. We have wrapped up our very first month. This is our first month. Yes. Celebration. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you back
Yes.
here
Thank
next week
you.
on Ladies and Lyrics.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
You can be, put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know what this is. Let's talk about